Today we're going to peel back the layers of complexity to reveal what a true football tactical genius looks like on the pitch. Kim Little has been more than just a midfielder. She's been an architect, a conductor, and also a relentless engine. But most importantly, she is the heartbeat of one of the most exciting teams in modern football, Arsenal Women. So today we're going to be breaking down her gameplay to try and understand what makes her one of the most respected players in the women's game, but yet so underappreciated. First, let's talk about how she operates in possession, since this is the easier one to explain. In possession, Kim Little has a gravity effect to her. Whenever she has the ball, players are attracted to her like bees are to honey. But this is no mere coincidence, because the opposition players understand that if you give Kim Little time and space on the ball, regret is what you tend to experience afterwards. So they do their best to try and shut her down as soon as possible. Look at these clips from when Arsenal played Chelsea. The pass into Little here attracts 3 players. Cuthbert did not even need to press, and yet she did. And here, when Kim Little receives the ball, she is surrounded by 4 players. This gravitational pull that she has to her definitely works in the favor of the Gunners. In both these situations, Kyra Cooney-Cross benefited from this because the player that was marking her left her to go and get the ball off Kim Little, and this gave her acres of space to receive the ball. Now, despite players putting pressure on Kim Little to try and win the ball back as soon as possible, most of them fall short. And this brings me to my second point. She has an exquisite first touch. Her receiving technique isn't solely about getting control of the ball, but more so setting her up for the next movement. Take this clip as an example. She's in front of her own box and is played the ball under pressure. She makes one scan and with her first touch takes the ball away from the opponent. She then takes 2 more touches and escapes the pressure before being tugged on. The beauty of this clip is that she's able to scan, recognize the type of pressure that she's under, and then decide what kind of touch she needs to take to escape that pressure, all in less than 1 second. This isn't just about processing information quickly. This comes from years and years of training different types of first touches and then knowing which one applies in what situation. We are often told to think of our foot as a pillow absorbing the impact when the ball hits it. But sometimes your foot needs to act as a deflector, setting you up for the next movement to escape from the pressure that is put behind you. Now, as brilliant as she is on the ball, most of her intelligence is on display when she does not even have the ball with her. And this is probably why she goes under most people's radar. The fancy skills, the diagonal passes, the powerful shots, those are easy to spot. But when you're playing a 90-minute game and 88 of those minutes are spent without the ball, what you do off the ball is just as important, if not more important, than what you do on the ball. Now, one of the traits that all great footballers share is to be able to see plays happening before they even happen. And when you're able to recognize patterns in the opposition's body language, you'll see actions unfolding before everyone else. Now, I talk a lot about this in depth in my previous videos, so check it out here. But essentially, Kim Little has the ability to shadow lanes, which allows her to intercept passes. Take a look at this. One scan here, and Little knows that the player on the ball is going to play the pass into this path. The player on the ball hasn't even committed to the pass, but Little, with the ability to read the play, has already started moving in that direction to put pressure on the potential receiver. Her swift anticipation allows her to drop behind the defender, cutting out a potential incisive pass through the center of the pitch. She has just blocked what could have been a direct chance at goal. Now, I just quickly want to say that if you're serious about taking your game to the next level and you want personalized tactical advice, then make sure you fill out the Google form in the description box down below. I also want to bring to your attention another aspect of her game, and by far the most overlooked aspect of her game, and that is her movement proficiency to create space for her teammates to receive the ball. Let's take a look at a few examples to better illustrate this. The ball is here with Caitlin Ford, and Kim Little moves to offer a passing outlet to her. Little is spotted by this Tottenham defender, and the defender drops to block the passing lane. Because of this, another passing lane opens up into Frida Manam and Ford plays the ball to her. Kim Little then makes a run into this space, but just as the ball is about to be crossed in, she curves her run towards the back post because she knows that Russo would want to attack the front post. In this clip, as the ball is traveling to Williamson, Kim Little makes one scan here and sees the potential pass. She knows that the defender marking her will follow her, so just as Williamson is about to make the pass, she changes pace and opens up a passing lane into Frida Manam. Now in this example, she drops her shoulder and moves behind the defender. Her aim isn't to receive the ball directly from Williamson because this player already has eyes for her. But instead, a pass is played into Manam and then she receives it as the third man. Her first touch sets her up and she's able to exploit the space in front of her. All the examples we talked about had Kim Little creating space without even being on the ball. In some of these scenarios, she wasn't even close to the ball. It wasn't sexy because after all she did was just run. But every run had a purpose. To an average fan with average football knowledge, they probably did not even notice Kim Little there. And that's why her actions go under the radar, because it is exhausting to spot. They require meticulous understanding and appreciation of the beautiful game. But to qualified coaches and experienced performance analysts, these are hard to miss. Your local Sunday League coach might not be able to fathom your brilliance, but when you study football filtered through the eyes of a professional, players that can execute movements like this are rare gems. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.